All right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and as you can see, we have sneak peek number 5 for the November/December update, and still no sentry in sight. In fact, it seems like we're gonna have to wait until sneak peek number 6 to possibly get a sentry. Well, to be honest, I do think at this point sentry is pretty much guaranteed. There's a couple reasons why, but without further ado, let's see what they actually have to say over here on the Marvel Future Fight forum, because I'm pretty sure this is an epic quest, guys. At this point, with all the characters that we have confirmed so far, it looks like it's gonna be an epic quest. So right here it says, greetings agents, to CM fragment of Marvel Future Fight, we have identified 2 supervillains that are the perfect personification of violence. One has taken on the identity of another talented marksman, and the other seeks to deliver vengeance upon his father. So, you guys probably already know what they're talking about, right? This is Bullseye. As I said yesterday, I really wanted a Bullseye uniform, and it looks like we are getting just that. So that's really good. So Bullseye is gonna be the new Hawkeye, and honestly, Hawkeye fans, cover your ears, pause the video, skip a few seconds ahead. Bullseye is a better marksman than Hawkeye. Okay? That's just what it is. I love Hawkeye. That's my guy, bro. Clint, that's my guy, but that's just what it is. Bullseye, when it comes to just being able to kill people, better marksman than Hawkeye could ever be. This man can literally kill you with anything. Like, I remember one of the first comic books I read that involved Bullseye. I saw this guy fire, like, was it a pin? It was like a paper clip outside of a window, and it actually hit the tire of a car, and that car actually went and killed like 6 people. And then I seen him like take up like a toothpick off a table and throw it across like a building and killed some lady while she was breastfeeding her baby. Like, this man is actually a savage. Like, he's actually a savage. And one thing that many of you guys don't know about Bullseye is the fact that his skeleton is actually coated in adamantium, just like Wolverine. So he's tough as nails. Like, I've actually read a comic issue where Bullseye used his teeth, his own teeth, to kill some guy. Literally lobotomized the guy. Like, he was in prison and he was killing the other inmates using playing cards, and they put a straitjacket on him and they liquefied his food, right, to try and like basically keep him alive, obviously, because they don't want to kill him even though he's a bad guy, right? But they didn't want him to kill people with random objects, so they kept him tied up. And one of the cops or the jailers or the COs or whatever got too close to him talking smack, and this man broke his own tooth with his own tooth, literally just broke his tooth off his own tooth and spit his tooth through this guy's skull and killed the guy. This man is actually a savage. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how good they make Bullseye. Like, obviously I'm not asking for Bullseye to be the best character in the game or nothing like that, but I would love it ever so much if they actually did him right and made him a really top tier character. That's what I'm looking forward to, right? And then the character that's beside him, this fellow right here, as they said right here, he's seeking to deliver vengeance upon his father. This is Wolverine's son, Daken. So he has the exact same power set as Wolverine and a couple additional ones. So he has the healing factor, he has the bone claws, he has 3 claws, but 2 of them come out of his knuckles and the other one comes out of his wrists. It's very weird looking. Most of the time, he only uses the 2 that you can see right here. So kind of like how Wolverine has his 3 coming out, he usually has his 2 coming out, but he has another one hidden in each of his wrists. Kind of like how X-23 has one hidden in her feet, right? So the reason why he's seeking to deliver vengeance upon his father is because when he was a child, right, I believe his mom's name is Itsu. She's a Japanese lady. Wolverine was together with her, right? And this guy called, I believe his name is Romulus. It's a long time since I've heard this guy's name. Romulus. That's his name, Romulus. Let me look him up and show you guys right now. It's a long time since I've heard this guy. All right, so this is the guy we're talking about, right? This guy right here, when he was a child, right, while he was still in the womb, this guy actually went ahead and killed his mom, cut him out of his mom's stomach, and I believe he gave the child to a Japanese like family that was very wealthy to raise. Like he has beef with Wolverine, right? I think he beat up Wolverine as well, right? Wolverine thought the child was dead because the mother was dead, but turns out Daken was actually being raised by a Japanese family. Now, because he's a half-breed, he's half Wolverine, so like half like Canadian and half Japanese. The people didn't really like him, and that's why they call him Daken, but his actual name is, I believe, is Hirosu? I believe that's his Japanese name, right? That's what his Japanese parents named him. But Daken, I believe, is like a, what you call it? It's a derogatory term for a half-breed, right? A half Japanese, half whatever else, right? So the people didn't really like him because he was a half-breed. They called him Daken, and basically as he grew up, he just became a very like angry guy, kind of like his dad, right? And one day he found out that his parents didn't really love him, and his mom specifically didn't really care about him. So she was gonna have a child basically to replace him because they didn't really care. But he was not their own. He was not their own child. They were gonna have their own child. And when he found out they didn't actually love him, he kind of just snapped, right? He killed his quote unquote, I guess that would be his adopted brother or whatever, the baby that was gonna be replacing him. Then he killed his mother on accident. He tried to like hit his mother, and that's when his claws first came out. He killed his mother. And then his father actually revealed to him that your name is not actually Hirosu, it's actually Daken, you're half-breed, and then his father killed himself. So a lot of trauma in this guy's past, basically from the moment he was born, right? He's been going through it, and he kind of blames Wolverine for that, which for good reason, right? This whole Romulus guy that he has beef with is the one that killed this kid's mom and basically cut him out the womb and put him on this dark path, basically, right? So he kind of blames Wolverine for that, even though Wolverine didn't know he was still alive. Wolverine basically thought he was dead when the woman died, right? But he shows up, he has beef with Wolverine, and he just spends a lot of time trying to kill Wolverine. That's it. Like, throughout the comic runs, he basically just goes back and forth trying to kill Wolverine. In terms of power set, same power set as Wolverine, the healing, all that stuff, but he's actually immune to telepathy. And he actually has this ability to control people using pheromones that he emits from himself. So same power set as Wolverine, but he doesn't have the weakness where like people like Jean Grey can just like mess with their mind and stuff. So I expect to see this guy have some type of like mind damage immunity or mind blast immunity, something like that. And maybe some entice or some type of charm effect, just like Morbius. So it should be very interesting. What's going to be even more interesting is Daken comes in and he's already better than the newest version of Wolverine. That's going to be another reason for you guys to not build Wolverine. If any of you guys were thinking about buying a Wolverine uniform for Black Friday, stop it, okay? Because this guy is his son. He's going to have the exact same power set and a little bit on top. More than likely, you're going to copy paste Wolverine's best skills, put it on this guy, and he's going to be better than Wolverine, even if he doesn't get any tier 3. So if you want your slash and hack fix, like you're just your ball of rage angry guy with claws, Daken might just be your guy, okay? So be careful with your investment, because your Wolverine that you're trying to pump resources in could easily be replaced by a tier 2 character. So just keep that in mind, okay? So let's talk about something else besides this whole Romulus guy. There's another thing I want to point out, right, in regards to why I think Sentry is definitely gonna come in this update. When you look up Dark Avengers, right, look at the pictures that pop up. First person that we got Iron Patriot, Norman Osborn, then we got Ares, then we got Moonstone, now we have Daken, and this over here is Hawkeye, or Bullseye, dressed up as Hawkeye. And then off here to my left, I guess, but yeah, it's to my left, so when you're watching it will be your left too, right, is Sentry. And if you go ahead and take a look at like most of the photos, you will notice Norman Osborn, Iron Patriot, Moonstone, Daken, Bullseye, Venom / Scorpion dressed up as Venom, and we now have confirmation that we are getting Scorpion via the last sneak peek, right? So pretty much everything that you would see in the posters for Dark Avengers, we've been confirmed of so far. Yeah, sure, we don't have what's his name dressed up as Captain America, we don't have Ragnarok, and we don't have Trickshot and Toxie, and we don't have like Scar and stuff, but these are not the main posters that you see when you look up Dark Avengers. These are the most popular images, so I'm guessing they went for the most popular characters, and they could not possibly have decided to leave out Sentry. So my guess is Sentry is gonna be the next up. Now look at this image right here. This guy right here is supposed to be Captain Marvel. I highly doubt he's gonna come in this update. Highly doubt he's gonna come in this update, right? But it could happen. However, I would not be surprised if tomorrow sneak peek number 6 is Sentry with a tier 3 symbol, okay? However, I feel like Norman Osborn is going to be tier 3, so maybe they'll just put Sentry in and then surprise us. Well, it won't be a surprise really, but basically just mid-month, Sentry tier 3. Another thing I want to talk about, right, that could possibly be the tie-in to all this. In the Dark Avengers run, the Dark Avengers do go up against Molecule Man. So as much as we are saying that this is an epic quest and you're gonna unlock so-and-so through so-and-so, and Sentry's gonna be the 6,600 crystal character and all these other things, it could very well be that Molecule Man is just too OP for the game, and he's actually a boss for World Boss Legend, and the reason why Norman Osborn is assembling this team is to go take him on in World Boss Legend. And we're actually not going to get a playable version of Molecule Man. I'll be okay with that too, because let's be honest, that guy's too broken for this game, point blank period. However, there's money to be made selling a really OP character, because then he would be a character you use to take on Null. Possibly make the fight easier, maybe come in with some new mechanic, but it's probably way more lucrative to create another World Boss Legend difficulty, maybe tie some new resources to that boss, right? We are kind of lacking content, so I would be more heavy on the side of putting Molecule Man in World Boss Legend, leaving him there, and figuring out the epic quest between the characters that we do have. If that was the case, I would guess that Ares would be the 6,600 crystal character and he would be OP, and then Sentry would be the tier 2 native locked behind assembling this team, and then Molecule Man obviously World Boss Legend difficulty. It would be pretty cool if we got an epic quest and another World Boss stage in a single update. That would be a pretty big way to end the year, right? Usually we get an epic quest and nothing else if we're getting an epic quest, because there's just so many characters. But if you look at these characters, most of the skills that they're gonna get, it's probably just gonna be rehash copy paste, right? Snatch something from like Venom, which they just created, snatch something from Hawkeye, one of the old uniforms, and put some like iframes in the mix or something. Freaking Daken is basically just gonna be a copy paste of Wolverine. Ares probably can just be literally any combat character. Norman Osborn, any Iron Man suit they feel like it. Moonstone, literally any Captain Marvel, and then Sentry can literally just be Hyperion on super steroids. So, you know what I'm saying? It seems very easy for them to like come up with skills and effects for these characters, so I wouldn't be surprised if they actually put some of the dev time into creating a new World Boss Legend difficulty, but I might be giving them too much credit. Like I said, there's only 3 people working on the game right now. Literally only 3 people working on the game, and 2 of them, they basically just spend the day counting money and thinking about ways to make money, and the other poor guy there is just like, yo, can you guys help me with the game? No? Okay, you're just gonna count money? All right, I'll figure it out. Anyways, man, I'm gonna wrap it up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, 750 dislikes. Ouch.